It's Kyle, and I'm here to talk to you about Anchor. Anchor is a hosting platform where you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Best of all, Anchor is completely free. It's what we're actually using to create our podcast. If you're thinking about making your own podcast, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Now, back to the show.
If you're in the market for a disc, head on over to discbaron.com. Use the code ONO10 to get 10% off and get some discs. Use the code ONO20 to get 20% off over at frictiongloves.com and get some disc golf gloves. They are freaking sweet. Also, if you're in the mood for our merch, head on over to our Teespring store, linked below or wherever it is, and you can get free shipping. Use code ONO. We make no money. We pass the savings on to you!
Oh. I'm the teacher.
I'm the teacher. This is not a good cold open.
I want to know why every company has decided to put out a new overstable approach disc this year.
Name one.
Name 4.
Name 4.
Alright, so Castaplast came out with the Jarn, which they didn't have one, so that makes sense.
Okay.
Innova, last year came out with the Toro, but just released it to the public. And it replaces kind of their RAT or AVR X3.
Are they not doing the AVR X3 anymore?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they are because Maria Olivia's team tour series is
so
the
it's not
AVR
replacing
X3.
anything. It's just built alongside of it now.
Yeah, it's just like the more overstable version of it, and then so it makes sense, I guess, for those two. But this is what I'm really trying to wrap my head around: is Dynamic Discs is coming out with the Culprit and the Saki Bomb Slammer, and the Culprit looks exactly like a harp, which is from Westside. So it's like, why do you need your own name on a harp when you have Westside's?
Right.
So,
I mean, that just seems like a money grab to me.
yeah. Well, then it feels like putting out both of them so close together, because the Culprit just came out for like a match play fundraiser thing, and then the Saki Bomb Slammer is coming out yesterday, Tuesday, as you guys are listening to this. So, like, them coming out so close together seems like it's just gonna ruin the potential sales that it could have. But
One will steal from the other.
yeah, so I don't know. Pretty strange to me if you're asking my opinion.
Questionable marketing decisions.
I mean, I guess disc golfers will buy any new mold to try it out, but
True. But if it's exactly like another mold that you can get from the same company, it's kind of like an eye squint. You know, you're like, what are you doing?
and maybe the Culprit's a little bit different, but I can't imagine there's so much difference in like a low speed, overstable approach disc that it's like, oh my god, I have to have this over this. You know what I mean? Kyle's over here debating the differences between his old zone and his new zone. So,
and the difference between, like, you know, my harp and the zone that I weirdly I throw one harp in my bag and I have 2 zones.
well, I think the harp is more overstable than the zone for sure.
I would say it is.
Yeah. So did you think in the Culprit they made an more overstable harp, or
Could be. Which, I mean, then sure, that has a use, but yeah, sure.
But then you're just throwing a Baobab or a Stego.
Yeah, but it's not a Baobab because nobody can buy those because I've never seen one in a store ever.
Oh yeah, they're at the store nearby me.
Baobab.
And then you can get them straight from like AGL's website.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Not allowed.
There. Pretty sure it's allowed. You can even get a seed of a Baobab tree that if you plant it outside, it'll die because they're not made for North American weather.
We'll send you something so you can kill it.
You can grow a baobab inside. It's just not an easy to take care of plant.
We'll send you something so you can kill it. But what was the question? Like, why are they doing this?
Yeah, why is it? It's the year of the overstable approach disc, and I think it's silly. It's just like, I don't know. Razor Claw 2 just came out not too long ago too. I don't think it was this year, but
I don't know. They're just gonna keep on throwing new discs against the wall. I think, just trying to gain attention.
I guess.
Give me that money.
It's just like, yeah, everyone. When one company creates something good, everyone's got to copy it and make their own version of it. I guess the main question is, why does Trilogy Dynamic have to make two versions of it?
So is there any originality left in the world at all? Ever? In anything? No. And
Not
then
really.
2 doesn't matter. No, not really.
Nope. This is getting deep fast.
So just enjoy it, smile, enjoy the new discs because it's cool and new. Go spend money. That's the main thing.
Or you can just enjoy your same old zones and harps and razor claw tactics and...
Didn't you hear? New discs fly better.
They do. No, they don't. No, that's a lie. I will take beaten in discs that I've had in my bag over new discs any day. Don't listen to Kyle. He's a liar.
The fart closet. That actually reminds me of a funny story if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Whenever we were hanging out with... It's not a funny story. It's not a funny story. Whenever we were hanging out when I was younger, like way younger, with like my cousins and stuff up north, man, if I had bad gas, they would just send you... We had a fart closet where if you were too gassy, you'd have to go to the fart closet to go chill out for about 2 minutes, and then you'd be able to come back and hang out with the rest of the people again.
That sounds horrible.
I was gassy. I was a really gassy kid.
I would have... Well, you had older cousins, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because that's like one of the older cousins. So when I said I had to go hang out in a closet till I'm done farting, I told them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty young. I was into it.
Now look at you full circle.
Yeah, some things never change.
Yeah. Get to the fart closet.
I don't know if this is going to be funny for anyone besides me and you.
That's fine.
Get to the fart closet, Kyle. Welcome to the Oh No Disc Club podcast.
We're talking about farts today.
Home of the fart closet.
Coming to you live.
From the fart closet. That's Eric. I'm Kyle. This is the show we do once a week, every Wednesday. If this is your first time here, welcome. Good luck. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. Also, good luck.
Strap in. Getting ready for a doozy. Because now we have to get very serious.
So super duper serial.
And Kyle is going to tell us how someone should develop a handicap system for disc golf. And I'll tell him why I think he's wrong.
I think it makes sense to allow competitive play between an intermediate player and a little bit lower ranked player. It's fun to have competition and to provide the opportunity for anyone to have success on any given day. I want to really emphasize, people who are shooting the best rounds of their life, and like I shoot par and feel like I shot a shitty round and I still beat them. That shouldn't be a thing. So, yeah.
We're talking about a golf style, like what they do at like golf leagues, like regular ball golf leagues.
Yeah,
It's
usually
a
what they
handicap
do,
style
I think
system.
what they do is they go through the last 20 hole or 20 whatever fuck rounds they've played, and the 10 best is what they do as their handicap. So we're just gonna do half that and to go 10-5.
Yeah, so I don't think it's necessarily bad to have a handicap system in place, but to have like one. So like PDGA has a rating system, has their ratings. To have like one system for multiple or for that's like supposed to be for everybody is I just don't think it is necessary, because the handicap system will be used in mostly stuff that is like unsanctioned play, and
How is it used in golf? Regular golf, ball golf.
I have no idea. I don't play
See,
golf.
that's my problem too, is that I'm inexperienced in that way.
Yeah,
So a lot of this is coming from my friend Will.
right.
And the only reason that I'm bringing it up too is because in a private league that I'm a part of, we're trying to come up with a handicap system to make it more competitive and more fun, because we don't want just the same two people to have the number 1 and number 2 tags, because they are rated, high
Right.
900s versus somebody who's in the 7 or 800s that are in
For
the
sure.
same private league. It just makes sense.
So I get it. I think it makes sense to do it for a single course type, like a handicap for, for me for just Cass City, or a handicap for just Millington. But I don't know, like a +5 handicap at Cass City would just be like way too easy, I think. So that's why I just don't feel like it would work well. If anything, if I got busy enough at Cass City to where I could do a singles league, I would probably just try to offer like 2 divisions, like I know everybody like is enough, and it wouldn't be sanctioned leagues, just because I don't even know where to begin there. I know everyone who comes to Cass City leagues enough that I could help them pick a division to make it the most fun for each division involved. But we do doubles, so it doesn't matter. I'm saying if I was doing singles. But I think the problem with the handicap system in disc golf is that the variance of courses is larger than I would say in golf. Not like how different the course is. I'm saying the scores, I think, vary more.
Yeah, I don't have data on that, so I don't know.
Neither do I.
It's just a feeling.
We need to talk to a golfer.
We'll have Will on, and maybe he'll talk about this. So if you want to hear it, like we just went to a course that we've never played before,
Right?
Or like I've never played before. So how do we get our handicap there? We just decided to pick 3 courses. We picked an easy course, a medium course, and a hard course in the area that we all of us had played. Took 5 rounds from each of them. So it was just, you can find a handicap and take it to another course that you've never played before, and it will apply. Like, and it made a ton of sense. Like, Will and I were like, I think we tied at Optimist, and then at Pessimist, I only beat him by like 1 or 2 strokes because of the handicap. Whereas, like, I was, I think, like, 10 strokes ahead of him, basically.
Yeah. So okay. So it's fine to. I'm not saying we should not have. There should be handicap systems for certain things. I just don't think disc golf needs one that is just like across the board. Like I don't think we need a specific, like, this is how all of disc golf does it. Even if, unless there's a handicap sanctioned play, 90% of the people that are doing a handicap system for leagues are going to do their own thing.
Do they take handicaps into their sanction play at all? Because that's
no
all pro stuff, and that's all scratch play anyway.
Yeah.
So honestly, that's something we need to look into a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah. But I do think that there needs to be a alter to the PDGA rating system. The only thing I'll bring up, because I don't even know where to begin with it, is a -12 at the Champions Cup course, W.R. Jackson, is rated lower, just a little bit, was rated lower than Fountain Hills. The same -12 at Fountain Hills was rated a little bit lower. And I know it's all week to week how people are playing, but W.R. Jackson is
conditions.
Is a much tougher course than Fountain Hills. So that was just weird to see. But I won't talk too much about W.R. Jackson because it's coming up where we're gonna. I think we're probably jumping into it right now because I don't have much else to say.
Eric, you ready to jump on in to that?
Yeah, so was technically the second major. Everyone's been saying the first, but the first major was College Nationals. So this is the first professional major, was the Champions Cup this weekend in Georgia at W.R. Jackson was the course. It is at the, what is the disc golf place called that's there? The International Disc Golf. It's like the main headquarters for the Disc Golf Association. So that's kind of cool. It was a very emotional weekend, especially for the FPO side. Kyle watched a lot of it from the text I was getting, so that was exciting for him because he doesn't always
it was a good time.
Check in on the disc golf, what's going on for the weekend.
Got to throw it on the projector for a while. It was good.
We actually haven't talked professional disc golf for 3 weeks now?
Yeah, we had some guests and we just didn't.
We had guests and they were just like little silver series. I mean, not that they're not important, they're just not as important as a major or the elite series. So,
and we don't want to ever cut a guest off.
We prefer.
No, we need to talk about things that happened already.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like most of the people who are, most of you listeners are probably have watched it or at least kept up with it by Wednesday comes along. So kind of what happened. So,
but we'd still like to give you our thoughts and feelings on things that happened anyway.
Like this little thought and feeling I have is I think somehow when Chris Dickerson came over to Discraft, him and Paul Macbeth switched spots. So Chris Dickerson used to be really famous for, even if he was had no chance of winning on Sunday, he would still shoot like crazy hot round Sunday to come back and at least make a bunch of more money. So, and this weekend, final day, Sunday, Paul Macbeth shot a 16 under for the course record, which was wild considering the next closest was 13 under, right?
Gannonburg.
Yeah, Gannonburg.
Also that Sunday.
Yeah, so.
Also broke the previous record.
Yep.
But didn't matter.
Yep. Doesn't matter what you do at this point.
I mean, that would suck. You beat the record. Paul Macbeth beats by 3 strokes.
But to also just be beat by Paul Macbeth is pretty cool.
What is he, 16?
Yep, 16. And 1,000.
I was getting beat by a little kid at skateboarding when I was 16.
Physically beat or?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mentally too.
Also on the final day on the FPO side, Katrina Allen shot a hot round of 7 under to jump up 15 spots or something. She was on the 5th card, so 20 spots ish to get into a top 10.
It's not an easy course.
Yeah. Yep. And she only finished even, which was amazing for what she was going into the final day as, but that's what she had to do to finish even, was shoot a 7 under. It was a fun course to watch. Lots of woods, pretty much all wood. Can't remember if it was on the practice round or something, or maybe it was Philo in coverage, was talking about how a lot of the holes have obvious 2 different fairways that you can kind of take.
Very much.
I think it's really cool. That makes it really cool.
They're both talking about it. It was practice round and on Philo. I think Philo was talking about it too.
Okay.
The course designer did it very intentionally.
Yeah, that's what I knew. They were talking about the course designer, and I thought for some reason it would have just been one. But when you watch, what is it, 4 times 4, 16, 20-ish hours of disc golf in a weekend, then it all kind of runs together.
Right? Are you Philo? Philo?
Philo's here. Did you hear that he makes his signature with a little birdie next to it for his albatross? Like his world famous albatross.
Really?
Yeah, he was talking about it on the final day coverage. They showed Eagle McMahon signing autographs, and I guess he used to sign at Mr. Albatross for a while because it was so world famous. It's so funny when that shot comes up because on random social media accounts or whatever, it'll say stuff like 800-foot disc golf throw in, and it's definitely not 800 foot. Not that it's not cool, but it's nowhere near 800 feet.
Not even.
Yeah. So it's just really funny when it comes up. Anyway, I'll get into the FPO scores, and then we'll touch base quickly why it was such an emotional weekend for the FPO. So we had Sarah Hokum coming in third at 4 under, Kristen Tatar in second at 8 under, and Paige Pierce taking home her 17th major win at 9 under. So starting
That's
off
insane.
yeah, I know. So starting off with number 1, Paige Pierce, the 17th major win makes her the leader in the most FPO major wins, just passing Valerie Jenkins. So now she, has a huge title for her, which is great. But if you watch her post-round interview, she had this big, long conversation with her dad before they started about how he thinks, winning's everything. And if you're not going out there to win, you're not considered successful in his mind. And it took a lot for her to kind of get herself out of that mindset and to get into more of a, regardless, I'm still doing what I love type mindset.
Even if there's nothing left to win.
Yeah.
It's still the most enjoyable thing I'm doing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's what she said in a post too, win or lose, I'm still, she travels full time with her girlfriend and does what she loves. And I don't think there's anybody who likes disc golf in the world that would want, something different out of it. I mean, obviously everybody wants to win, but anyone would switch places in a heartbeat if they could, obviously, with her. So I think she realized that, 17-time major winner. So she it was she had hard time doing the interview because I think there's a lot of self-realization for her kind of in that last maybe 9 holes. It was kind of tough to watch, honestly, because I think a lot of people have been there to where they need to figure out how to do it for themselves and not to make their parents proud or not to make somebody else happy. So
good for Paige.
With Kristen Tatar, she came into hole 18 with it's either a 2 or 1 stroke lead. Hole 18 has been eagled quite a few times by FPO players. So I want to say it was a 2 stroke lead. Nope, it was a 1 stroke lead. So there was a chance for Paige Pierce to eagle it and set up for either the win or the tie, as long as Kristen birdied it. She had a just outside the circle putt for the win and threw it all the way to the other side of the circle, missing the putt, and then all the way back to the other side of the circle, missing the putt again. She ended up 4-putting and dropping the loss, dropping the tournament to Paige Pierce, who just had to tap in for her birdie. And she didn't even have to tap in for her birdie. She could have tapped in for her par and still walked away with the win. So it was sad to see that happen, because it's not a good way to win either.
For sure. Yeah, you never want your competitor to fuck up like that.
Yeah, you still won, but it doesn't feel great.
The same.
Yeah. So earlier that round, Kristen had her 9-year-old daughter with her on she had the caddy tag, because in Elite Series you're not allowed anyone to follow with you, or they got to be in the crowd. They can't like be between the media and the player. So she had her 9-year-old daughter with her as a caddy, but there's also a rule that all caddies have to be 13 years old, which is a fairly new rule. And so at hole 9, the article I read said Elaine King messaged Paige Pierce's caddy to let her know that, Kristen could be disqualified if like a competitor points it out. So then now Kristen at hole 9 has to find some random person in the crowd to walk with her 9-year-old daughter. Luckily, Paige Pierce's caddy had a friend in the crowd that she signed up to take care of her. But I can't imagine how stressful that would be, for a 9-year-old to like, oh yeah, here, this is your new best friend for the next hour and a half. So
I have one more little fold to that too. Yeah. They actually ended up giving the kid a quiet sign too.
Yep.
So that the kid
get
could
closer,
be a little bit closer. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny. So Kristen posted about it. No one said anything, and then Kristen made a post about what happened at just in general at Champions Cup, and the frickin' world. The whole disc golf world was just pissed off at PDGA. People were blaming Paige Pierce. People were blaming, everybody under the sun and making it out to be this like giant ordeal without having any information about it. And I thought it was hilarious because I was like, Kristen doesn't even seem mad about it. All her post talked about with her daughter was she was proud of how strong she was and like wasn't freaked out at any time, being kind of in this crowd of people that she doesn't know in a completely different country. And everyone just took that as like PDGA is the worst people on the planet for making her do this. So
right, it's just like, well,
yeah,
it's kind of the rules.
Yeah, they did everything to accommodate her. I think it is kind of a silly rule, but I think it could also cause problems if abused in the wrong way. But
yeah, I also read a thing too that like they weren't ever gonna like disqualify her or anything. It wasn't.
Yep.
But it's a rule. People should follow the rules.
The only thing that I read for what she could get disqualified for is leaving the kid in the crowd without someone to take care of her.
Yeah, but no, you remember how like Scott Stokely missing his tee time? That was the best response to breaking a rule I've ever seen. Like, yeah, no, he fucked up. Like,
yep, and he moved on.
That's it.
I honestly, when I was watching it unfold on social media, I was just like, I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. So it was nice to, then Kristen came out and said, I enjoyed how all parties handled it. It was she knew it was her fault and she'll learn from it and move on next time. So,
dude, MPO was a fun watch.
Yes, it was. It was lots of battling every day. There's always like up and downs, but everyone like stayed in a hunt for a while. What I think day 1, you had to go like, I don't even remember, but it was like all the way down to close to like 20th place was like within 2 strokes of each other, or 3 strokes of each other.
It was like that going into the final day too.
Yeah, there's so many people. So
almost
close.
20 within 5 strokes of the lead, I think.
Yeah. Yep. So that was really exciting. We got to see some people we don't get to see on coverage. Gavin Babcock for the final day, was only just like 1 back of Chris, I think.
Dude was killing it.
Yeah, dude's a Division I wrestler. So someone said he's like, oh, I know who I'd pick for disc golfers to win in a fight. So it was pretty funny.
Fuck yeah.
Got to see.
We should have said KJ.
You think?
He was a football player.
Yeah, but not all football players are good fighters.
That's right. I think he was like a punter, actually.
Yeah. He's the, so I don't doubt his like physical abilities to fight. I doubt more of his like mental abilities to fight. He just seems too happy.
You gotta
all
get
the time.
mad.
Yeah, I mean, even like when he had his bad luck last year, not his bad, his rollaways or whatever. He just seemed to shake it off and all right, well, keep playing. He'd be like the type of guy to get punched in the face and laugh as the guy like walked away thinking he won.
That's true.
So rounding out the top 3 for the MPO was Calvin Heimberg at number 3 with 36 under, who me and Kyle were rooting for. We really wanted Calvin
really
to get this
sad.
win.
I thought he was going to take it.
Yeah, we were hoping.
He had all the opportunities.
And then we need to figure out how we can change Calvin's Eagles to something else, because if I wasn't like absolutely paying attention to coverage, Ian would say, "Oh, this is an eagle for Calvin." I'm like, "Oh, he's going to make it an eagle? That gives him the chance." And then I realize he's just throwing an eagle off the tee. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, "Oh." So then we had Ricky coming in second at 37 under and Chris Dickerson taking home the win at 39 under. Not that we don't like Chris or Ricky.
The Dick Man.
Just really like Calvin.
Yeah.
But
right.
Congrats, Chris, on the win. Friend of the show.
I dig it.
Yeah, but I think starting the weekend, I kind of felt like the course really laid out for like Chris's game. It seems like kind of like an Idlewild or like Tennessee-ish type course, so
I could see it.
I don't understand. I can't remember what hole it was, but they're giving away a grill, and I don't understand that. Like, that's cool and all, but most of these people are traveling in vans. I don't think they have a whole lot of room to fit a full-size grill in the van. So unless you're like shipping it to their like home base or whatever, it just is like a kind of a silly thing. It's cool, but weird at the same time.
I wouldn't turn it down.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Unless they're like, yeah, you got to pay to ship it. It's $500 to ship it.
Right. We're like, yeah, you have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be $600.
Mm-hmm. So coming up this coming weekend, the 22nd and through the 24th, we have the Copenhagen Open in Denmark, which is the first European Pro Tour event of the year. And we have Jonesboro Open, all on the same weekend. Jonesboro Open's Elite Series, so live coverage by Disc Golf Network and post-produced by all the usual Joe Mez Pro, Gatekeeper, GK Pro, and I have no idea who's producing the European Pro Tour. I even tried to look it up and I couldn't find any information about it, so good luck finding somebody. Well, I thought it might be the Spin TV used to do a lot of the European stuff, but the European Pro Tour is all sponsored by Prodigy, and Spin TV is kind of like an Innova thing, so I didn't know if
catch it on Google Maps.
Do it. Yeah, there you go.
It'll update in a year.
You'll see it, kind of.
3, 2, 1.
Top 5.
Oh yeah.
So for our top 5 today, we did the top 5 companies outside of the disc golf world that we would like to be sponsored by.
Yeah.
I'll kick it off at number 5 with Carhartt, because I really like their hats. I hear they have good jackets, but I've never worn one. Yeah, but yeah, they're like wintertime hats have always been my favorite, and I own tons of them. They also have nice gloves, because I've had a pair of their gloves. I just happened to lose them. So if I could have an unlimited supply because I was sponsored by them for gloves, that would be pretty cool.
And hats.
And hats, yes. I have enough hats, but I'll always take more.
I don't know what else they make. They bet they make cool stuff.
Winter stuff under, like thermal shirts or whatever. Not like Under Armour, but, like that same, offers the same type of protection or heat keeper inner insulation.
Right? Yeah, I was gonna try and transition off that, but You made it so easy.
Yep. Good at it.
Just like insulation.
Insulation's not easy. It's the worst job in the world.
It's so easy. Just like number 4.
Smooth like Keith Stone.
Yeah, like a baby on board stroller.
Well, I don't actually know if that's what BOB stands for. Just so we're aware. That's just what came up in my mind when I was looking.
All right. Well,
through
I
it.
thought you were being serious when you said that.
Yeah. It makes sense.
BOB stroller.
Preferably the Iron Man ones because those look like the nicest ones.
I'd be just stoked to have a baby cart sponsor, so I could rip off all the baby stuff and have a dope ass fucking like with like shocks and stuff. I've seen some of those.
He's just trying to get a really nice cart, like a really easy to push cart. Maybe some
don't
brakes.
Get me wrong.
Maybe
I love my
brake
cart
system. Yeah,
mine does have brakes.
Okay, parking brake.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Well, we don't even need the sponsor anymore. Sorry, Bob.
I know my cart's dope. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm just saying,
to have like an unlimited supply of them would be cooler.
That and just then I could rep it and be like, yeah, go get your baby cart today.
Yep. So if you're listening, whatever BOB
Sponsor
stands
me.
for, give us a call. Bob.
I think there's just one fucker named Bob.
Yeah, he started the company.
He's in charge of the sponsorships, though. So
get a hold of us. For number 3, I picked Bush baked beans because I would probably eat a lot of beans on the road, and Kyle picked Trolley, the gummy worm company, because he eats a lot of gummy worms no matter where he's at.
Because I'm addicted.
He loves them. He has loved gummy bears and gummy worms since he's been, I don't know, as long as I've known him. Yeah.
Sugar. That's the, if you want a really, really, really long addiction story, cut down to one word: sugar.
Yep. Mountain Dew and gummy worms. Gummy bears, gummy worms, gummies.
Used to be a healthy amount of caffeine associated with the sugar, too, but no longer on that.
Dude, they make a flaming hot Mountain Dew now. That is just insanity.
That doesn't, whoever came up with that can get out.
Yeah, nothing of that sounds good. Not that Mountain Dew is that good anyway, but...
Right, but... Dude, I had one the other... I used to drink like a 2-liter of fucking Mountain Dew a day.
Yeah. He used to come to school with a liter of Mountain Dew half drinking already.
Then finish it and then get another one on the way home. I don't know how I'm alive. But anyway, I was just saying that I tried a Mountain Dew like, I don't even remember, not that long ago. But it was fucking nasty.
Yeah, it doesn't taste good once you're like away from pop. It just tastes like.
How did I drink so much of it?
Yeah,
unreal.
Mm-hmm. It's just, but it's the same shit with cigarettes. It's like the cigarettes are so addicting that they like literally taste good to you until you quit them, and then it's
they taste really, really, really good.
God.
It's just nicotine, though. That's I guess it's sugar and caffeine.
Yeah.
It's all pick your chemical drug there, kids.
Mm-hmm. We'll just put it in a bright colored bottle and throw some skater dude's name on it.
It's the same way how, don't you think that like arcades are just a little bit kind of, priming kids for gambling addictions? A little bit.
I don't know. I used to love arcades and I never cared about gambling.
I did too, but like that's because there aren't as fun of games at casinos.
I guess it depends on what games draw people in. If you're like just the ones who go for because I've never cared for like the ticket games at all. Like, I mean, I've wanted tickets, but I would rather play like
but you're not a gambler.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I guess, if
I'm not saying the
kids,
games are going to make you a gambler. I'm just saying the games are going to bring out pre-existing like addictive tendencies around gambling that might not have shown up otherwise.
Right.
That's
like I think the kids who would be drawn towards just playing the ticket game might then develop a gambling problem. But
right.
Oh well, fuck them. Anyway,
sorry, that was a tangent. How did I get on that?
Sugar and caffeine, developing addictions.
Arizona tea is our number 2.
Because they never change their price.
And they won't. And they're going to make less money, and they've acknowledged that. And they're just going to eat it.
But they'll always make money, and that's all they care about.
That's true. And they're like, yeah, no, we're still making good money.
Right. So you guys are the real MVP. You should have been number 1.
We absolutely should have put this number 1, because every other company that is raising their prices right now while also making record profits can go fuck themselves.
In their gambling addicted. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm just going to stop it there before I get weird.
Yeah, we'll stop. We'll just stop.
Yep. Number 1.
Good job, Eric. I'm proud of you.
Finishing off our list.
Amazing list.
Nintendo. 1, we like Pokemon. 2, they're the first ones to develop a disc golf game for their Wii. Well, it was a bonus game, but I'll count it.
Wii!
And they sell the cheapest game system, so there's that.
Plus Mario.
Yep. And we figured I could be Mario and Kyle could be Luigi, or vice versa.
Yeah, we could switch.
Yep. Each round we'll switch.
Yeah. We'll just both need to get a little bit fatter.
Luigi's pretty skinny. I guess you should be Luigi. And I should be Mario since I'm the fatter one.
Only right now. We could switch. See?
And, yeah, that is our top 5 companies we'd like to be sponsored by outside of the disc golf world.
Hopefully that was as entertaining to you guys as it was to us. I got a kick out of it.
Especially the Arizona tea tangent.
I'm going to enjoy listening to this because I have no memory of anything that I said.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 63. It was a blast
64,
for me.
Right?
I thought it was 63.
Pretty sure it's 64.
60-something. 64. Thank you guys for tuning into episode 64.
Good job, Eric.
Hopefully it was as much fun for you guys as it was for me. Can't speak on Kyle's behalf, but he'll tell
I had a
you.
great fucking time. You can speak on my behalf.
Kyle hated it the entire time.
I take that back. Eric's a liar. No, thank you for listening. We come out with these every Wednesday if you feel like listening to another one. If not, I totally understand.
But listen to another one anyway.
Yeah, just kidding. We have like 60 episodes you can go listen to.
That's it for the Vine.
You should do it for the Vine. It's like 60 hours of content. It's like 2 days, 3 days. We're getting there. Fuck, I'm tired.
Well, we will see you guys next week.
And we'll catch you on the flip side.